So let's start it. Today's our topic is simple value resources. Let's see what do you mean by simple value resources. Let me create new module inside this project. This, say next, and simple value resources. Simple value resources. What do you mean by simple value resources? We'll see shortly. So simple value resources gradle is getting built, and let me search till then. Android resources. Make sure that whenever you are building on the project, whenever you are making the project, important data or say static data of your project should be getting externalized. Now what do you mean by externalized? If you traverse to the resource folder, inside resource you will find something called as values. In the Android you would be getting these many kind of some resources, right? Means if you want to use this name, if you want to use the Android name, or if you want to change the Android name, say my app, so here you would be changing the name. And if you see carefully the manifest file, you will come to know that they have used something called as at string and the app name, right? At string and the app name, and we know at string, right? At and string is referring, at is nothing but reference of R file, and string is nothing but one resource, standard resource, and into that resource you will find something called as app name. So why they are called as simple value resources? Because you will not find any separate folder for them. For the string there is no folder, for the colors there is no folder, for dimensions no. Everything is going to be stored in one XML. So it is not necessary that you should have these many XMLs. You can write everything into the one XML. Now see, you have one text view or you have one edit text. When you are going to provide some hint, can you say string, say edt username hint? You can say edt username hint. Here you can say username, edt username hint, and here you can say username. Okay, now I want to access that. See how here I will have linear layout instead of relative layout. Let me have linear layout, and here instead of this, let me enable the preview, and this edit text, match parent, and the wrap content, give some id, at plus id edt user name. Now I want to give some hint over here, right? I want to give some hint, so you would be having hint and at string. Can you find this? At string edt user hint. Make sure that from now you will never use static strings like this over here. Your every single string should be resident of this string.xml. So it is not mandatory that only string should be part of this thing. You can create something called as daemon. Daemon is one of the standard resource which is going to represent dimensions, right? You can say edt width, right? And here you can give the width, say 200 dp. Likewise, we know what we mean by dp. dp is nothing but density independent pixel, right? Okay, likewise you can create, but be specific. Your dimensions should be inside the daemon file, right? You might be getting this thing, just open your activity underscore main and see over here. They have given everything is nothing but what? They have referred to the standard resource at diamond and this field, at diamond and this field. This is very important. So whenever you would be making your project, everything, static strings which are never going to be changed, that should come under the simple value resources. If you check this folder, you can check it. Under the resource folder, you will get something called as values. And these are called as simple value resources. And these are the configuration qualifier, right? Yesterday we have seen this thing. This. What do you mean by width 820 dp? So this is going to decide width of the phone. As per the width of your phone, it is going to select this folder. Right, so likewise the edit text, let me have the button, match parent and the wrap content, give it id, add plus id, say btn ok, right, btn ok. Let me make the orientation vertical and btn ok. Text is equals to, so far you were doing something like this, hello, or say okay, don't do this thing hence from now. And see, can you see it is giving you one warning? If you see carefully, it is giving you one warning. It is saying that please write this thing into the string.xml. And if every time you don't need to go to the string.xml, from here itself you can edit it. See, at string / btn ok, at string btn ok. Let me enter it. See, I'm tapping alt and the enter. I went to the error and I'm typing alt enter. It is giving me the suggestion, create string value resource btn ok. String value resource means automatically it will go into which file? String.xml. Say enter. Here it will say resource value. You can say okay, that's it, and say okay. So you will find into the string.xml btn ok has been added automatically. So Studio gives you this feature. So Studio has given you this feature. Okay, else everything is same. Now you have seen that if you want to access that simple value resource in the XML, if you want to access that simple value resource into the XML, you'll follow this thing. Now my question is that I want to access that simple value resource over here. String, say btn ok, or say name btn, name of the button I want to access over here. tn. Get resources is the method. If you can check, get resources is the method, right? It is from, say, which class? I think it is from, yes, app compact activity class. So actually this method is from the activity class. This has been overridden over here. So get resources, by the definition of the context, we have seen the definition of the context. You can check it, context, context, and you will come to know context definition is interface to the global information about application environment, and it allows access to application specific resources and the classes. Allows access to application specific resources and the classes. So it is a get resource method should be from the context class by that definition. Okay, now see get string, can you find it? R dot string dot, you can say btn okay. So here you would be getting access of that string. You can log it anyways. Log dot I, here you can say codekul and name of button plus name button. So you would be getting this into the log. Let me start the emulator. Let's get it. But make sure that whenever you would be creating the project, one thing is sure: you will never, what you can say, you will never hard code the values. That values should go inside the XMLs. That is very important. Why? Because if your client say tomorrow, please change the name of the application, you are not going to search everything into the source code. That should be externalized, and that's why this process is called externalization of the resources. This is something called as externalization of the resources. Remember that. Okay, let's check it. Let me run the code and see what happens. I think it's working. Gradle build is running. Similarly, likewise, the string, you can make colors as well. You can make dimensions, right? You can make arrays into the simple value resources. We'll see how to make it. Just get the output first. Let me open the logcat here, and you can search at codecool. Can you find it? btn OK over here. Name btn OK. So you have accessed that name to the Java. See here, in the Java code, you are accessing the string value. How? By the method get resources dot get string, say btn OK. It is a good habit to clear your imports all the time. Your code will look like this. Okay, so how to add the colors then? If you ask me how to add the colors, see, simple value resources, source, this main resources, values, and colors. You can add something to the color. So you can create your own color, name pure white, and hash preceded code. White is nothing but topmost ff. This would become the white, this thing, pure white. So needed colors you can put over here, and you can access it. If you want to make your layout white, go to the background and you can say at color pure white. Your layout background would be the pure white. If you check this is nothing but some primary accent and the primary dark. This is a primary dark and this is a primary accent. These two are the colors. Okay. Then how should I access this color? Here you have accessed in the XML by at color and the pure white. If I want to access this into the Java code, how should I access? See, int color is equals to, or say int pure white. Remember that you can never assign like this r dot color dot pure white. Meaning of this line is completely different. You are assigning the ID of this thing to the pure white. This is not the actual color value. Both are the integers. If you see r dot java, you will find pure white as an integer, and this is also integer, and that's why compiler is not giving any error to this line. But this is a wrong, completely wrong. You may get the runtime exception. Okay, now see, instead of this, get resources dot get color. Can you see this deprecated version? R dot color dot pure white. R dot color dot pure white. But look at this thing. So this stroke through represents this is a deprecated, and it is going to be removed in coming versions. So you don't have to use it. How you are going to do then? So instead of this line, they have given something context compact class, context compact dot get color. So here you need to pass the context first and the ID of the color, r dot color dot pure white, above line and these two lines are exactly same, right? These two lines are exactly same. So let's start with something called as styles and themes. What do we mean by styles and the themes? Styles and themes are also special kind of resources. I'll show you. See, go here, resources and values. Can you see this styles.xml? See this. Styles are nothing but it is very similar to the cascading style sheets in the HTML, CSS. So you are clubbing few properties. Means what? See, I want to create my own style. See, style, and name it as simple style. We are going to name it as simple style. So what it would be having? Text, sorry, item. Styles would be consisting of items. Say text. Every style would be having some text, which is nothing but here you can access @string as well, like this, right? Means first you would be creating something inside string. Here let me create, say string, not style, it would be string name and say style text, and you can say kudalkar. So that would be simple text, and this text I am going to use @string and the style text, right? Here you can decide many things. Here you are going to provide Android attributes. So text is one attribute. Another, you can provide width and height, layout, or say width, layout width. Here you can decide the layout width, say 100 dp width or 200 dp. Layout height, here you can say 150 dp. So simple style, you can apply this style to any view, text view, whatever it is. Style text means whenever you go to the XML here, and if I am trying to write some text view like this, text view, right? I don't need to provide the width and height over here because I am going to apply it via style. Can you see this? Style, and at style you can say simple style. Can you see this? Here it has come automatically kudalkar and this thing, right? So you can write this text view as many times as you want. See this? So this much is the height it has taken automatically. So we have given some predefined height into the style. Can you see this? 150 dp would be the height that we have assigned. Text view and say the text view. So one text view you have applied this style. So you have created some simple style, very simple style of the kudalkar, right? You can use some built-in styles as well, right? If you want to access the built-in styles, you can create one text view, or here a text view, width say match parent, height say wrap content, and style. Can you see this thing? Style. Here you can get, see, multiple styles over here. Text appearance, display one, large, and if I say some text over here at style text code, some different style you can get. So there are the multiple styles are present like this, built-in styles. There are multiple styles present in the Android. You can create your own, customize as well. All other things are same. If you ask me how should I pass the ID, same, that wouldn't change. Text simple 1, I'll say, and this ID, say at plus ID, text simple 2, like this, right? Text simple 1, text simple 2. This is a text view. You have assigned this style like this. Now go to the styles and see one thing carefully. Here is something called as parent, right? App theme, this is your style, this is child of this theme, right? This is a child of this thing. Make sure that if your activity extends app compact activity, if your activity extends app compact activity, it should use one of the app compact style. It should use one of the app compact style. If your activity is extending to the app compact activity, it should extend one of the app compact theme. I'm saying theme now, right? Theme. So here it is a style and here it is a theme. If you go to the manifest file, just go to the manifest file of your simple value resources, source, main, Android manifest.xml. Can you see this thing? You have applied something called as, let me indent properly so that you can read it. See the last. You have applied theme, but assignment is style. Whenever your style gets applied to the activity or to the application, it becomes theme. Whenever the style is going to be applied to the application or to the activity, it becomes the theme. So when you say this is throughout the app. If you say this over here, theme, right, it becomes to the activity. This is activity level and this is app level. So you can provide the style at the app level, which would be called as theme. You can provide the style to the activity level, again it is going to be called as theme of that activity. So Android team has written multiple themes for you. Many themes are there inbuilt. There are many themes inbuilt, right? So styles and themes are going to reduce your work. Whenever you are going to make your own application, make sure that you would be creating or you would be externalizing resources inside your values, styles. If you have some multiple things or repetition of some of the attributes, make the style. And you can use throughout your app. It is exactly similar to the CSS style sheets or cascading style sheets, right? Okay, now one more interesting thing, let me show you. If you have list view, how to deal with the arrays, let me show you. So I'll go to the string and here I can create string array, cities, and into the cities you can add item Mumbai, Pune, Bangalore, Nagpur, and this Kolhapur. These are the cities, right? And I want to show them in the list. What I want to do is that I want to show them in the list or the spinner. Spinner is nothing but drop down. I'll go to layout over here, and you can have spinner match parent and the wrap content, and you will find some entries tag. Can you find it? Entries. Directly you can pass at array entries. What happened to this? Check once again. Are we missing something? At array and countries or cities, what we have taken? Cities, sorry. You can have cities over here like this. Let me build this project and see what happens. XML tag has empty body, but where? Can you see this? Cities you can find over here. Some problem with my editor, but no problem. See this. Use of the XML means if you have fixed things, if you have fixed data, put it under the XMLs. You have these many XML colors, diamonds, strings, and the styles. It is a good practice to write everything in the different files, right? But you can write everything in a one file. So that's all about your simple value resources. So from now, never use the static text in the layout XMLs. Put them inside your simple value resources. Right? That's it for the simple value resources.